Did you find they don't have creamer? Do they have creamer or sugar? I don't think they do. I swear every Airbnb has coffee, no creamer, no sugar. Oh, my goodness. I'm shiny. That's that skincare right there. That's that skincare. That's that 40-year-old lady taking care of herself is what that looks like. Shiny. Shine bright. I'm going to have to get some of that. What is that powder that you put on to dim some of that shine? I'm shining too bright. I'm going to hurt people's eyes. Good morning from Nashville. Do y'all like my attempt at being a travel blogger? That's so terrible. I'm going to be a travel blogger every other post. Starting off, y'all were blowing me up about what vitamins I'm taking because I took my hair out of a bun and it blew everyone's minds. I will say though, it is so much healthier. Like the healthiest my hair has ever been was when I was pregnant with Mac. Actually, that's like the prettiest I think I've ever felt in my life was when I was pregnant with Mac. Because my hair was thick and my thighs weren't as thick. And so, after I gave birth, it all fell out and I had the hardest time. I was actually going bald. This widow peak was turned into a widow's mohawk and it was stressing me out. I was pulling out clumps of hair in the shower, pounds of hair. And so I finally, in the last probably 6 months or so, have started actually taking care of myself with vitamins and just getting all that stuff in. So every morning, since y'all asked, I have been drinking this AG1 and I did a live feed about it. Y'all, some of you were probably tuned in, but I really like it. I don't like how it tastes. I'll tell you that. It's not like, it's not flavorful. Okay. It tastes like it looks. It tastes like it's got, a million healthy things in it. Spirulina, chlorella, imagine. That's how it tastes. But I have been mixing this Beam Glow, which has a very strong flavor of raspberry. So I chug it down, but I've just been like mixing that up every morning, drinking it first thing. So AG1 and Beam, and those two things are both help you with skin and hair. And then I don't have them with me, but I have JS Hair and Energy supplements, ladies. I've been taking those every day for probably 9 months. They make a difference, clearly. And I don't know what, I think that's it. I think those are the main things that are helping with the hair. And then this right here is for my circulation. It's not what the bottle says. It's just some pills my mother-in-law gave me. I don't even know what they are. But, if she says that it's going to help with my circulation, then I'm taking it because she knows her pills. So I take 2 of those every day. And that's the routine. But every single morning before I eat or do anything else, I drink the AG1 and the Beam and take 2 of those. And they're helping massively as well. So yeah, that's it. I can't respond to any more messages about the vitamins. I can't do it. I copy and pasted at least 100 and I'll throw one story up with it. And that's all I can do. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're here. Me and G's with me. Big G. Everyone's ever been to a show, y'all know him. We're here. We're gonna do. We drove by Zany's last night, but I had no idea we were coming up on it, and my name was on the marquee, and I wanted to get it in the story in a video, and I didn't. But yeah, we're about to go get some lunch. Where are we going to get lunch? Do you know? Mm-hmm. Do you know where we're going to get lunch?
I'm not gonna tell your tens of thousands of stalkers where we're going to get lunch.
Why? I want to look like a big deal. And everybody will be like, who's that? And I'll be like, you should come to the show.
Eat my lunch in peace.
Eating lunch is never peaceful with you, Gerard. There's nothing peaceful about eating anything with you.
You're peaceful. Tell them about your podcast with a bronze star guy yesterday.
I told him in the stories last night. I didn't really get too deep into it, but it was really neat. I was like, what are you doing having me on this podcast with you? Because Gerard, he's an awesome podcaster, and he's had some really awesome people, but like, you know, we live very different lives, me and G, and like, it was so strange is how similar we are, but we're so different at the same time. But then there's things that we always have things in common, like we meet in the middle in conversations. But he had a Bronze Star.
Yeah. Green Beret Special Ops Medic.
Coolest guy ever. So humble, so kind. I hope him and his wife come to the show tonight.
Yeah. For people that don't know, a Bronze Star, for people that don't know, that means he was rewarded that for valor in combat. A Purple Heart is somebody that was hurt in combat, and Bronze Star is somebody that went above and beyond for valor in combat. This guy was a special ops in Afghanistan, and he was a medic. And now he's a father. For the first time, he wrote a book, basically thinking, it was very powerful. He was like, you know, if something happens to me, I want to have something for my son and for other people to see. You know, it was really, really cool, man. And it was, you know, as a parent, Caroline was, dude, it was so funny. Caroline's like, what am I going to talk to this guy about? She introduced herself, and they talked together nonstop for 45 minutes. I was like, shut up.
He tells me, he's like, we've got it's going to be a bronze medal. He was a medic, military medic.
Special ops.
Yeah. Special ops.
Green Beret medic, yeah.
Medic.
He was a bad mother sucker.
I know, and what's so crazy too is so we're chit-chatting before we even start the podcast. He's like, so wow, oh my gosh, you're a comedian. That's so cool. That's so awesome what y'all do. That's so scary.
So
I was like, what? He called us brave. I was like, no, are you serious right now? That's wild. I would say that facing death in the eye on behalf of your country is probably pretty brave, but no, it was a great conversation, and it was extremely meaningful. There's so much more to him, and the book that he wrote that to like continue giving hope and encouragement, and like he really wants to like pour into people, you can tell, and his book's probably absolutely phenomenal. Can you even imagine words of encouragement from someone who's been through the things he's been through? What's his whole name?
His name is Christian Perez.
Christian Perez.
And the book is Beyond the Assessment.
Beyond the Assessment. I got a copy, so I'll post it probably in my story. I can't wait to read it. I'm really excited. He was a really cool guy. And then the second guest, Gerard tells me who both these people are, and I'm like, how am I going to give you any input? How am I going to co-host this podcast?
Just so people don't know, like podcasts, they come out like once a week or whatever. But a lot of times you film them in batches. You film like one after the other because that's when you can get studio time, and that's when like you're in Nashville. So these are guests that you do. So there was a bronze star. She's like, what am I going to talk to him about? And then there was a guy named JP Hovey, who, there's not going to be any one of your fans knows, but it's one of the
their
top.
Husbands probably do though.
One of the top podcasts in the world called Bussin' with the Boys, and it's on Barstool Sports.
I felt so silly. The longer y'all talked, I was like, man, I do not belong here.
We were like 15 minutes in, she hasn't said a word, and I'm like, you have no idea what we're talking about, do you? She's like, nope.
I mean, I'll look right at him and I go, I've never heard of this podcast in my life.
Which is probably a super humbling thing for the dude who produces the third biggest podcast in the world to hear.
It was actually, though, it was a good episode. And I mean, there was a lot of things that they talked about that I didn't know anything about, but I think there was a lot of good moments too of interaction between him and I as well. And also I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And I have a feeling like my husband's probably gonna be like, are you freaking kidding me? But it was fun, and I mean, that's just reality. I looked him right in the eye, and I was like, I am a 40-year-old mom of 4, and I don't listen to podcasts. And although I'm fully aware of ESPN, it's on my TV 24 hours a day, nonstop. I sleep, I hear it, I see it in my dreams. I don't know anything y'all are talking about.
Who knows? Maybe we got you booked on the Mother's Day episode. Who knows?
That would be amazing, but they'll probably find someone like way more famous than I.
Well, Whitney Cummings has been on there a couple times, so like, you're right there with all of them.
He's such a good wingman. Like,
you're also like, you played college sports. Like you're not a dingbat dude.
No, I'm not like, it's not a dingbat thing. It's I don't know what I don't know. Like I don't watch it. I just don't know what I don't know.
Tell the story about how you grew up in a trailer park, became a college softball player and somehow are heterosexual.
we talked about that on your podcast. So after he had them on his show, which I just was blessed to hop in on, we had finally had an episode where I was the guest, and I think it's gonna be a really good episode.
Yeah,
especially y'all will absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's the Carol Ann Miljevic origin story.
She said I've never heard of it either.
It's all right.
We're not.
I think it's number 3 on
demographic.
Spotify. It's not,
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
They literally asked me going through it. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. They've got they're big time. They're big time.
I totally get it. Every time my mom watches, Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, I'm like, who are these people?
There you go.
Like, it's different strokes for different folks.
But I mean, also, I was like, I'm not up to date on anything pop culture, really. We talked about that, how, like, even all the drama that I see things on TikTok, the drama about the halftime show and all of that. Like, I don't know any of these songs. I don't know who these people are. I don't know.
The only drama I want to talk about is there's just no way Beyonce should have got Country Music Album of the Year. And I like Beyonce.
I think everyone's kind of in agreement.
I just don't know. I mean, have you guys heard?
we're in
Have you
Nashville.
heard Chris Stapleton's album? Have you heard? I mean, Zach Bryan's last album, Lainey Wilson. I
don't even know. Like, I don't even listen to any of that, but I know who they are.
Did you guys think Beyonce should have won Country Album of the Year? I don't know, man. I know I just sound like a hater. I know, but it's like.
Thank you, Angelica. See, I got followers named Angelica. Like, we go back. She was named after the Road Rats.
She's heard of Barstool Sports. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I told him, I said, I've heard of Barstool. I know what Barstool Sports is, but the only thing I ever knew about it, this is all I ever knew about it, was the dude eats pizza. And they're talking about Dave, and I was like, and I know who he is, and I know he interviewed.
Well, Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy.
The only thing I've ever seen of Call Her Daddy was when all that drama happened over her having Kamalama on there.
$900,000 for 18 views.
But even then, I was like, I don't know who these people are. I've never heard of them.
Megan's right. If you get a chance to see her, you absolutely should. It's nuts, man. Yeah, you got to come to a show.
It's really funny.
Yeah. And also, you never know, like, when she's going to get pregnant again. So you got to, like, buy the tickets now. Because
Never.
We've had, like, 3 tours canceled.
If I get pregnant again, we're suing our urologist. I don't care if he's our friend.
We sue you for 2 years of diapers?
I'm not a brat. I'm sweet. Oh, because you're so fragrance. We will see you tonight, Denise. Cannot wait. Ginger said nope. That's them responding to you asking about Beyonce.
Yeah, I just don't I didn't feel like even a country album. It felt like she did like a pop country crossover song.
But everybody's like,
does anybody even care about the award shows anymore? Like, it used to really matter if you got a Grammy. It used to like really matter if you got, an Oscar. I couldn't even tell you.
People feel the same way they do about football.
Huh?
It's bought and paid for. It's not real.
Yeah, well, sports are going to kill themselves for sure.
Nashville native Charlotte, where are you? Are you coming tonight? If Eminem, Whitest Boy Out There, can win stuff like that with rap music, how is that the same though?
Yeah, like I understand that it's impossible to like ignore the racial undertones of it, but it has nothing to do with Beyonce being black. I just didn't think it was a good country album,
That's what a lot. I mean, it's not just white people who are mad who thought it was ridiculous.
Shabuzi deserved it more than Beyonce. I mean, like.
Uh-oh. Somebody's banging on the door.
I'm sorry I said it about Beyonce. I'm sorry.
Dude, they're coming for you already.
Sheesh.
Like, they're like, what's the sweater you're wearing? And what did you say?
I'm sorry.
Knock, knock. Was that our door?
I don't know.
Oh. I wouldn't know though. I mean, like, I don't listen to, I'm telling y'all, I don't know any. I listen to the playlist that I listened to when I was in high school. Like, I can't get past, I don't like any of the new stuff, hardly. My bestie sends me every lyric of every Taylor Swift song ever written and explains to me the whole story behind it and how she came up with it and where she was sitting at the time that she came up with that lyric and what it meant to her and what relationship she was in when she wrote it and how it connects to the other relationship she's in and her future because she's an alien. And I'm like, I don't care, Margaret. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not like, I don't know.
5 years of touring with Carol Ann, I don't think I've ever heard her listen to a song that was produced after 2004.
Dude, every time I look, let's play, and he puts on like a bunch of new stuff. I'm like, no, let's go with Breaking Benjamin. That's the stuff. A little Linkin Park, maybe. Oh.
Can we ask them what they think about my first ever pair of dad shoes? And I'm not a dad.
They're gonna love them. As a matter of fact, all of them have a pair, and our husbands have it. Oh, yeah. I mean,
these are the ugliest shoes I've ever bought. They are very expensive.
My stepdad has the same pair, and they're the most comfortable.
So comfortable.
Most comfortable shoes
They are
you've ever.
so ugly.
They're made for walking.
They kind of rock you back and forth.
Yeah, they're help. They're like you could use a little help. We're gonna give you a little turbo boost, Sonic. Let's go.
The guy at the shoe store.
Thanks, Lisa.
Kind of a jerk. I was like, I need some running shoes. He was like, do much running, do you?
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah.
Wait till he doesn't even know how fast those feet can move. They're like he's deceivingly quick. Like we play pickleball all the time. Y'all know this, and there's no way he should get half the balls that he gets sometimes. Like it's very frustrating. What did you say? Will you be in Missouri? Yeah. Well, May 8th, I have a show back again in Kansas City. And I want to do, I'm from St. Joe, Missouri, and I really want to do the Missouri Theater there. And that's not far. It's like 45 minutes from Kansas City. So I'd really love to draw the KC crowd that always comes to see me in KC into St. Joe and do the theater there, because it'd just be really cool. It's my hometown, or not my hometown, but it's where I live. So
guys, you can email the clubs you want her to go to. And if they get like 3 or 4 emails, they will panic at not having her booked. So anywhere you want her booked, just reach out to the clubs and be like, hey, how come you haven't booked Carol Ann Miljavik? I had to drive an hour to see Carol Ann, and these bookers will start panicking and book her. Like it's a very, you can be very, very loud. If just 3 or 4 of you email the same comedy club, they will rush to book her. Do it.
You should do it. I mean, I'm like all over Tennessee right now, and I love Tennessee. I have such a good fan base here. By the way, VIP sold out for tonight, but there's still general admission. So if you are in the Nashville area and you just want something to do tonight, something fun, come see us. I'm going to try to get you out of there by 9. You can't do the meet and greet because VIP sold out anyway, so you'll get out of there by 9. It's not that late. It is late. That's very late. I get it. But Huntsville. I need to do Huntsville. I need to come back to, it used to be Stand Up Live at Celebrity Love now. I am going to be in Florida. I've got Tampa and Orlando. Go to carolanncomedy.com. That's the wrong ticket link they've got on here. I'll put it in the comments. Wait, let me delete it. It won't let me delete it. I'll put it in the comments. carolanncomedy.com. That's where all the current shows are listed. I'm also got more coming up because we're gonna do a fall, but my booker's like, can you send me all of your availables and your blackout dates? I'm like, no, not until the school schedule comes out. And so I can't do it. I got to know what's going on at the school next year. And also a couple of kids that play fall sports. So I have to get an idea of what their schedule is going to be like. And so it's tough. I have 5 different emails. Watch out, girl. She's like, all 5 of my different emails are going, what club are you going to blow up? I need to get over to Chattanooga, but I was looking at a small theater. I'd rather do small theaters, to be honest with y'all. I'm loving small towns. So, if you know of a small town, smaller theater, let me know because I'm there. I love doing those. And when I say small theater, I'm thinking anywhere from 500 to 700 seater. Yeah. If it's like, over 1,000, 2,000, like that's just too big. It's gonna be too expensive to rent for the show. But if you have a smaller one, I'm all about those. I love them. The smaller ones, they're like basically the size of a big, huge comedy club. Like I think Raleigh Improv is a huge comedy club. Was that like 500? Mm-hmm. Houston's a huge one. So I'd rather do a small theater. But anyway, I just want to say, hey, Hi from Nashville. We're here. I'll see y'all tonight. I'm gonna go eat and check out my stories because I'm trying to upload more behind the scenes type stuff.
And you missed tonight. You can meet at Clarksville and Gatlinburg.
Not Clarksville. Stop calling it that. It took me forever to not call it that.
Not Clarksville?
It's Crossville.
Crossville.
Crossville, Tennessee is March 1st. It's almost sold out. I think there's 10 or 11 tickets left if you don't mind sitting in completely different sections and areas of the theater, or if you don't mind going by yourself. But Crossville, yeah, y'all, it's like y'all simultaneously made me so happy and so annoyed at the same time because I really want to say it's sold out, but I technically can't. And you guys left the seats so random that I don't know if anybody's going to take them. So Crossville, almost sold out Palace Theater. Gatlinburg, he's never been to Gatlinburg. So he's going to be at the Gatlinburg one at Jersey Hustle Comedy Club. And that's March 7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. It's not in the middle of all the hustle and bustle of the strip. So it's outside of all that chaos. Those are limited seats, limited tickets. So if you want to go to the Gatlinburg one, get on that, carolinecomedy.com. And yeah, and then after that, I think is Ohio, maybe.
And if anybody wants to come see a show for free and has a 4K camera and wants to record the show, give you a free ticket to record the show.
There you go. Just hit him up. gheronjr@gmail.com.
I'm here giving my government name, just DM me.
Oh, shoot.
Jeez.
Sorry, nobody cares.
Jeez.
Nobody cares.
She's a Fed.
Sorry. Didn't know it was that serious.
It's not.
Ew. All right. Love y'all. I'll talk to you later. We might go live again tonight after the show's over or something. Maybe even go live from the club or just watch my stories. I'll see you later. I would love to come to Colorado Springs. I've wanted to go to Colorado for a long time. So yeah. Blow them up. Tell them you want me. Okay, bye.